Well, hello there! Back for another video, which I'm also pre-filming, with a original book tag. That's right, I'm creating my own book tags for once. And this is called the SCFDA book tag, which stands for Specific Choices for Dream Adaptation or Dream Adaptation book tag. This is things that I would personally want, or what you at least would personally want in your dream adaptation. I just drew it right here. I'll be answering all the questions. I will have some questions for this, but I don't have any questions for this. Sometimes a lot of them are just kind of whatever questions. The first question is, perfect casting, your ultimate fan cast. Now this is more based on physical appearance. I'm not sure how he would personally do in the role, and this was an adaptation that was already done, but I would have personally loved to see him in it. And that is Dylan Authors as John Wayne Cleaver. I just think, at least physically, or what he looked like in Falling Skies, I think he could pull it off now. I think that he would do actually pretty good in the role, although I'm not sure how his acting talent would be. Physically, I think he would fit the role, although that's just to another degree. The second question is, top-notch director/writer. Who would you want to direct or write your dream adaptation? Now, I would like to actually see Charlie Brooker, the guy behind Black Mirror and Dead Set. I would actually really like him to see, not just any specific, but any adaptation, though. It would be actually very interesting. Although I know it's kind of a really specific question, and the tag has word specific in it, I just couldn't think of anything else. The third question is, being faithful. What book in which you would love to see your favorite part of it adapted? Ooh, okay. This is gonna be a little bit hard. Let me pause to think. Now, while this answer is not very specific, I couldn't think of anything else. And that was basically any part of Sweet Tooth by Jeff Lemire. I would love to see adaptation, especially maybe even parts of it, because that's just a really phenomenal comic series. The fourth question is killer soundtrack, which is the question which made me think of this tag. What musician/band would you want to do the soundtrack for? Dorothy for Sons of the Devil. Like, every time I think of the title, I always think of Dorothy, this band, singing it. I think that they would do perfectly. Like, their music would fit in perfectly for the Sons of the Devil, which is a comic series about a guy who finds out he has connections to a deadly cult. Yeah. The fifth question is nailing characters. What character would love to see so much, you love so much, would to see them get done perfectly on screen, and would die if they were messed up? Oh. Probably Agent 355. I found her character to be really interesting. If she was done poorly, it would probably make me die a little inside, because I really like her character so much. Question 6 is changing things. One negative quality about a book do you want to see removed from it? Any story that involves miscommunication, misunderstandings as plot device. Because whenever a misunderstanding, say one character goes, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that," and the character's like, "No, you prick, you meant to do that. I don't want to talk to you." Like, anytime that is used as a plot device, it's just so annoying. Because I'm like, can't you find anything else to use as like a plot device to cause conflict besides having your characters just be pissed at each other when they could easily talk? Like, although this is probably from the person that I am, yeah, I'd really like to see, like, things like Deadly Class, like, remove that subplot entirely and maybe have that conflict done in a different light. Although that could be debatable. Question 7, preferred medium. What medium do you want your adaptation to be? I think personally, I would think that any way to go for adaptation would bestly to do it either, like, for, say, a comic book series. I think it would do well as a television series. A movie just has a lot to take out, and for a television series with the comic series, I think you could do well, because you could flesh it all out. And for a book series, I think it would do well as a television series, because you could flesh it out more and at least stick faithful. And for a standalone novel, I think it would do best, or even like a book trilogy, I think it would do best to make it as like a mini series, so you can like perfectly like balance it out and not have to like worry about, oh, what am I gonna have to add to make the show go on for like 4 or 5 seasons. Like, you don't have to think about that. If it's a mini series, it's perfectly done and you don't have to worry about anything. Although you could change some things, I would prefer it to be either a television series or a mini series. The last question is redo. What adaptation you thought was done so poorly would want to redo it? I have quite quite a bit of answers for this, but I feel like my default answer would have to be maybe, at least I would personally do John Wayne Cleaver. While I didn't think the film adaptation was terrible, I just thought that it was a pretty weak adaptation of it, and I just had a lot of problems with it. I could do an entirely other video on the problems I have and reiterate the problems from a blog I did on website about it. Yeah. So that's my question. So that's my tag for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will be tagging the people in the description below, such as the Book Pusher, JG, and Indie Insomniac. Bye.